annuities. You might have one question over variable annuities, so I really don't want you to get too caught up in it here. But with a variable annuity, all the words that we talked about earlier are still the same with variable annuities, just like variable life insurance. So let me recap those so you can once again hear it again and memorize the words. Remember, with variable, you have to have your life license and a securities license. That securities license is registered with FINRA, formerly called the NASDAQ, and the oversight is the SEC. You, as the insured, are going to get to pick the underlying investment of bonds, stocks, or real estate. Since you get to pick it, that means there's no guarantees of a return, so no guarantee of cash value. We know the funds are kept in a separate account, not in the insurance company's general account, and we know it serves as a hedge against inflation. Okay, so all of those words are variable specific. Now, with a variable annuity, when you put money into it, it's like putting money into a mutual fund where you get shares of a mutual fund. But here, they're not called shares, they're called units. During the accumulation phase, they're called accumulation units. So you put in, you know, the amount of money going in every month. However, the number of units you're accumulating is not going to be known each month. Once you annuitize during the annuitization period, then they are called annuity units. Now here, you're going to know the number of units that are going to be coming out. However, the dollar amount of those units are going to not be known until that month. Once again, you might have one question over variable annuity, so I'm not overly concerned about that for your test. And lastly, equity indexed annuities, once again, tied to the S&P 500. Okay. And remember, it seeks higher returns. And you might have a question about what type of license or licenses you need to sell equity indexed life insurance or equity indexed annuities. And you need to know it is a life license only. Okay. Not securities license, because securities license is only going to be with variable up here at the top. Okay, so equity index, it's a life license only. All right, so let's finish up this chapter